Hey there and welcome. My name is Pete and this is the usual monthly channel update video for August 2022. And let's get right to it and start things off with a look back at the previous month of July, which definitely checked all of those little performance boxes that I went into detail about in the last video. In July, Pete Complete was viewed 609,000 times for a total watch time of roughly 136,000 hours, and the channel also gained 1,016 new subscribers. In doing so, we also surpassed the 140,000 subscriber milestone. Nothing terribly important, I think, but still it does have a nice ring to it. And of course, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who helped me get there. Now, this month I want to use this video to talk to you about something that I hope you don't take the wrong way, because I want to talk to you about stuff like sponsorships. Over the last weeks and months, I have actually been thinking a lot about whether or not I want to continue working 2 jobs for the foreseeable future, because sadly it is also becoming increasingly clear that a lot of the health issues I have been suffering for the last half year or so are probably related to stress in some form or fashion. I think you can imagine that working at a university, teaching students, always being under pressure to publish new stuff, and of course having to write that big dissertation for my PhD, that is not exactly a stress-free environment. Add to that the never-ending grind that YouTube can sometimes be, and well, I think you can understand that I sometimes wish I could only do one of those 2 jobs. And while pursuing a full-time career in academia is of course an option, I think finally becoming a full-time YouTuber might be an equally viable one. However, with that of course come other forms of pressure, primarily of the financial kind, which brings me back to my initial topic of sponsorships, which if done right I do consider to be an interesting way to monetize a YouTube channel. Now again, please don't take this the wrong way, this is all still very much a thought experiment, but here's what I could see myself try out at some point in the future. Of course, I would not simply sell out the channel to the sponsor offering the biggest paycheck. Instead, I could see myself approach a few brands that I personally use or believe in, and perhaps we could get something a bit more authentic going that way, even though I am fully aware that especially in the realms of YouTube and social media, that word has lost a lot of its meaning. And perhaps to add to that, I'm not talking about fully sponsored videos where I play a game just because a publisher asks me to. What I'm thinking about are more like the 30-second integrations at some point during the video, which, at least from my perspective, have become an increasingly normal thing on YouTube, but at the same time they are of course undoubtedly another form of advertisement, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure how you guys would react to that. Now, I am of course fully aware of the fact that with 140,000 of you, my subscriber base is not exactly a homogeneous mass. There are likely some among you who already watch my videos with ad and sponsorship blockers. There are others who have perhaps turned those off for specific creators that they like. Then there are people who watch me through YouTube Premium, and of course there are a lot of you who already support me over on Patreon, and I would genuinely like to hear what you think about this from all of these perspectives. Again, no matter what I eventually decide to do, the quality and integrity of this channel and its videos will of course always be paramount to me, but should this indeed turn out to be a mostly accepted way to put it bluntly, make more money with the channel, then that could be an important step towards becoming a full-time YouTuber, which in turn would very likely also have a few positive effects on the number and frequency of videos on this channel. Once again though, please do not take this as anything more than just a very cautious question at this point. I am not in talks with anyone, despite the fact that I do receive sponsorship requests probably 5 to 10 times a week. This is just my earnest attempt to figure out how accepted such a move might be, so I would be extremely happy if you could let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And please also do not feel like you have to show your support for this. It is perfectly okay to say that you wouldn't like this, or even that you would absolutely hate it. At the end of the day, the most important part of this channel are you guys, the people who watch the videos, and if you would stop watching because of decisions that I make, then I think I would like to hear about that. So again, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and for today I would actually like to leave it at that. I don't really have any terribly exciting news regarding our 3 ongoing series at the moment, so let's not make this video any longer than it needs to be. Before we wrap things up though, there is one thing that we do of course need to do, and that is to give a big shout out to all the new Patreon supporters who have joined over the course of the last month. So as always, in no particular order, a big thank you goes out to Nick, I Am Accra, Griffin Grayson, Nietzsche, Jim Hampson, Pandazilla, Noah Pyok, Bobby, Kelvin, Patrick Schnell, Volonda, Supreme Dada, Trevor Gagnon, Renegade 3003, Bunny Bunbun, Dusty, Sean Broderick and Nick Goodrick. I hope I pronounced all of your names correctly, but above all, thank you all so much for your support. And with that, let's make the cut for today. I hope you enjoyed this short channel update video and a brief look behind the scenes of Pete Complete. And if you did, then I would be very happy if you could leave a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing and want to support me and my channel further, then you can go ahead and subscribe to stay up to date, grab some merch over on shop.petecomplete.com, or check out and maybe even pledge to the Pete Complete Patreon. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.